So I've been in the music production scene for about a little over 5 years now, and a friend of mine introduced me to one man. I didn't know him at that time. So, and the name of that friend was Richie Tay. So he said he knew a man who wanted to come through to the studio. I was like, no problem, let him come. So day one, he brought in Papa. I didn't know him at that time. So I was like, when I met Papa the first time, I was like, are you sure this is the man? And he wants to do music. Okay, let's see how it goes. So we met in the studio, and then Papa was like, do you have anything, like any instruments or anything? I was like, sure, but we can still create. So day one, we're in the studio. I started playing some chords and everything. And then the man started going in hard. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I might have misjudged the man. So let's see how it goes. Then he was like, okay, so can you mic me? I was like, no problem. Went into the booth, and then everything started coming to life straight from then. So I think that first day we did Don't Stop. So the hook just came up. Everything was like within 20-30 minutes, the whole song was done, and I was like, oh, okay, this can go somewhere. So that was the beginning, the genesis of the whole Papa movement. That was how it started. So yeah.
Don't stop, hey, don't stop, please don't stop the music. Don't stop, please don't stop, just don't stop.
My journey. When did it all start? I think we started at Arkhurst Safari. I actually went for my cousin Michelle's birthday, and a couple of us were just hanging out, and I met this group of young men on the guitar stringing, having fun. They came for the party as well, but they were there, I guess, to entertain. The next day, we met up, we went on a boat ride, jamming to some guitar music and having fun. Around this time, I thought about doing some music, but I'd actually wanted somebody to sing what I actually wanted to do. And so I'd been looking through, connecting with a couple of artists, but I felt like they weren't actually getting my vision and what it is that I went to put out. So when I met this young man, by the way, who's named Richie, we decided that we're going to connect again in Accra. I spoke to him quite a few times. I met him at Kahaya once or twice. And then eventually he said, hey, you know what? You want to come check out my studio? I said, sure, why not? And so one evening, I just went to the studio just to go see out where he hung out, where he made his music, and a few things. Now, when I got there, I don't know what he had told the producer, but when I got there, I met this other friend. At that time, I didn't know his name was Darling. I met him, I said, hey, how you doing? We sat down, he showed me the booth, he gave me a few, he gave me the little tour, and he started playing some music. So I was listening to it, I was like, that's quite interesting. I mean, he started putting something together. I said, okay, that sounds good. And Richie told me, you know what? Just go have a feel in the booth. Go have some fun. Go check out the booth. So I said, okay, all right, that's fine. I remember around that time I thought about writing some lyrics for somebody who was still negotiating, right? So I got in, this groove was a bit old school. I mean, I felt like, one of those Zap old schools, Computer Love, I Want to Be Your Man, that type of stuff. So I was getting jiggy, I was getting in the groove. And all of a sudden, it just came to me, right? So I just thought about something inspirational to say. So I said, don't stop, hey, don't stop. And I just went at it. I started talking about my daddy. When we're growing up, my dad used to tell us a lot of stories and jokes and things like that. And my mom, she was different, but she was also somebody that pushed for us to dream and think about great things. And so that line just came up. Daddy was a storyteller, Mama was pragmatic, but Mama was the one who taught me how to dream. And when I finished the groove, the guys were like, whoa. I was like, whoa, Richie. I mean, the feeling was amazing. I just felt such a freedom of expressing myself and just getting in the groove. We said our good nights, we went back, and then later the producer got in touch and said, yo, what you trying to do? You trying to finish up this track or what? And I'm like, whoa. I hadn't even thought about really recording, but it felt good, and now he was proposing, what do you want to do? So I thought about it. I said, you know what, how much you going to charge me? He gave me a figure. I was like, man, so we negotiated a little bit. I said, you know what, let's just go ahead and do 10 tracks. It's like, whoa, you just started, you want to do 10 tracks? I said, yeah, let's just do it. So I negotiated a sum for the 10 tracks. I said, let's go. I remember I told some of my guys that I was going to go do this. And I remember one guy told me, look, I respect you a lot, man. Don't go and embarrass me. I was like, man, it's been a childhood dream. Let me just do it. And so around that time, I was running this event center page, and my operations manager, I spoke to him about it. He was one of those guys I used to bounce ideas off. And he said, you know what? That's cool. And I said, I want a bit of a flavor. And he said, I think it would be good to put a rap on it. So he said, I know a guy. I said, really? He said, his name is Faisal. I said, okay, cool. Let's get him. So remember that I had laid down the entire first verse, just spitballing, just freestyle that first day, right? So I called the guy, I said, you know what, we want to come and finish that track. But this time, instead of me doing the second verse, I'm bringing a rapper. Faisal came over there, he pretty much just listened to the groove, he got into it, he wrote his lyrics right there, he got in the booth and he laid it down. I loved it. There was a part where he said, moving like the OJs, swerving through the haters. I'm like, whoa! It was as if we were meant to come together on this track. And so we laid the flow down. And that was pretty much it for Don't Stop. We didn't do much on it. He put it back and, we grew. But what I love about the song is, even though it came almost out of nothing and it was freestyle, it's really liberated some people and it's really changed some people. Because I remember there was this lady I met in Kumasi and we became friends, and I gave her one of my albums at the time when the album was ready. And she called me one morning, this was around 6. I'm sorry for calling you so early, but thank you so much. I said, what are you talking about? She said, you know what? Today was one of these days where I was ready to give up. I mean, I'd had enough. Everything in life was low. And something told me to put your CD in, and that song just lifted me up. Don't Stop told me not to stop, and you've saved my life, And I paused for a second and I told her, that's why we do it. For me, it made sense. I never really got into the music to do commercial. I mean, commercial would be great, but it was never about trying to make money or lights, camera, action. It was about finding another avenue to communicate. And for her to say that my sound, my song had liberated her and had saved her life, that was enough for me. So you may not have heard any of the tracks on the radio or TV or wherever, and maybe one day you will, maybe you won't, I don't know. But we make music to liberate people. We make music to communicate a message. We make music to lift people up. And that's why we call the tracks timeless music. Because we're trying to make music that doesn't fade out of time. We're trying to make music that is relevant. We're trying to make music that is consistently motivating, encouraging, connecting you to your maker, to the world, and the things that happen. So this is basically the background behind Don't Stop. I mean, Richie Tay connected me with the studio. Then I met Darlin, Big Boy Darlin, who put down the tracks, later became my main producer. I mean, there were a couple of other people that came along the way to help with the journey, but these were the first two. This was the first step. This was it. This was the punch. I mean, there were a few things I tried in other places around, but I mean, in terms of the music, starting the music, the first groove, this is it. I know you heard some melodies earlier on by one of my guys as he put on his guitar and did a little acoustic to the sound, which felt really good, really jazzy, really soft, really spicy. And I know you heard the background from Big Boy Darlin as well. But now I think it's time for me to introduce the song as it is. It's time for me to let you feel that groove and decide if it makes you feel the way that lady felt that day. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to introduce you to the track, Don't Stop. Whatever you do, don't stop. Don't ever, 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 ever stop. Enjoy it. Daddy was a storyteller. Mama was pragmatic. But Mama was the one who taught me how to dream. Life's a groove. You're a composer. It's an orchestra. You're a conductor. You got to let the rhythm in you beats and sync. You're about to sing. Whatever you do, just let the rhythm flow. You're about to make that magic. Let it out. I don't even remember. Sometimes I forget my own tracks. Da-na-na-na-na.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is timeless music. See, we make groove for all types of generations. And I've got a story to tell. See, Daddy was a storyteller, Mama was pragmatic, but Mama was the one who taught me how to dream. Life's a groove, you're a composer, it's an orchestra, you're a conductor. You've got to find the rhythm in you, beats and sing. You're about to sing. Whatever you do, just let the rhythm flow. You're about to create that magic. Brace yourself and let it count. Whatever comes your way, just push it aside and don't stop. Hey, don't stop. Please don't stop. Don't stop the music. Don't stop. Please don't stop. Just don't stop. Don't stop the music. Don't stop. Please don't stop. Just don't stop. Don't stop the music. Don't stop. Just don't stop. Please don't stop. Don't stop the music.
I dip the brush in my soul and then I paint. Swirl of the melody that is stuck in my brain. You sing to the groove and let it move in your vein. As the saying go, when music hits, it feel no pain. I'm crying the blues, play me the OJs. Mama show me some moves, let's have the better days. People taking the pics and making memories. Timeless as music is what the song says. I'm breaking out of the box, now I'm a star. I took a leap of faith and it took me over the bar. Greatness now, the status of who we are. Watch me swerving through the hating without a scratch on my car.
Na 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 na. Let the rhythm feed you. We're about to make that magic. Whatever you do, just don't stop. Hey, don't stop. Please don't stop. Don't stop the music. Don't stop. Please don't stop. Just don't stop. Don't stop the music. Just don't stop. don't stop the music. Hey, don't stop, just don't stop. Please don't stop the music. Oh. So life is just music. You have to find your rhythm. It may take time, but eventually you'll be in sync. Then you just take the baton, take control, and just conduct. But till then, don't stop. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop the music. You're in control. Take charge. This is your life. Find that rhythm, find that groove, and paint your masterpiece. This has been your boy, Papa. Much love. Stay empowered. Peace out.